Hello everyone, Daniel here with the Pedal Peasants YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning in today, I appreciate you. Today I will be sharing with you all how I go about installing a bike stem. Should you have any questions at any point throughout this video, I'm going to encourage you to drop a comment down below and I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. I will leave links for you in the description below so you can check out the gear I am using on your end. With that being said, let's dive straight on into this. I'm going to be installing this bike stem on my 8,000 watt Stealth Bomber e-bike. I've also made unboxings and full in-depth reviews on this bike as well. Be sure to check those out. I'm going to start with installing the bike stem as you see it like so. This one's going to be a Ritchey bike stem. And again, links will be down below for you so you can check this out. I had to upgrade my bike stem because the bolt in my old bike stem had broke in there and I couldn't get it out. This is the old bike stem. As you can see, it's almost the same thing, but me personally, I prefer having the Ritchey bike stem over the stock bike stem that my bike did come with. I have my stem set up with two spacers at the bottom as you see right there, and then I have the bike stem in place over the two spacers, and then I place the remaining spacers as well as this bolt with this circular part to clamp everything down as you see that I'm doing right here. With this next part right here, I'm going to tighten this bolt in here because I want to get the right amount of force going down on the stem into the bike frame or into the fork right there. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this by hand, and I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it in there. Not all the way, but I'm not going to leave it loose either because again, I want to get that force going down on the bike stem early on. I would like to take a moment and let you all know that this is not by any means the right way or the only way to go about installing a bike stem. To each their own, kind of take what you want, leave what you don't. Should you have any questions, I encourage you drop a comment down below. Let's keep moving front here. So now that we have some force going down on the stem, I'm going to begin to tighten everything up, and I'm going to begin with this area right here. So I'm going to begin to tighten all of these screws. I don't know how many you have on your end. Your bike may be a little bit different. A quick tip here and a rule of thumb is be careful when tightening. Don't over tighten. The only reason why I'm here is because I over tightened on my end and I ended up snapping my bolt, which pushed me to upgrade to this Ritchey bike stem right here. So be careful when we are tightening. You don't want to over tighten. You don't want to snap your bolt. So we had pressure pushing down on the bike stem, and then we tightened this bottom area right here, and that's where we are at right now. The next part is I'm actually going to start and begin putting on the actual handlebars right there on that side. So that's the next step that I'm going to go ahead and take here. With this style of bike stem right here, the idea is very straightforward. I'm going to begin by removing these bolts right here, and I'm going to take off that top part. I'm going to place the handlebars where I need them, and I'm going to align them up, and then I'm going to place this back on, and I'm going to tighten them back in. And that's essentially how I'm going to go about installing the handlebars. It's actually a really straightforward process, and I'm going to show you all of that here right now. Placing on the handlebars like so. And then I'm going to align them where I need them. Once I find their positioning, I'm going to place the clamp back on right here. Forgive me for the blurring there, my hand was kind of in focus. And I'm simply going to hold it in like so and then just start screwing it in. I would also recommend to be patient with the entire process, especially when you're dealing with bikes. I would recommend just having a head frame of patience rather than trying to get to the end goal. Every time I go into working on my bike with the intention that I'm going to knock it out and get it done quickly, I always end up getting overworked, overstimulated, and or frustrated because I didn't accomplish that task at hand. So I would just recommend be patient when it comes to dealing with the bikes, and especially if you're dealing with the 8,000 watt Stealth Bomber or even nitty-gritty work such as replacing bars and pieces such as a bike stem. I would highly recommend adopting a patient sort of workflow so that way you can get to the finish line with a little bit more peace. Now that the bars are mounted to the stem, I'm going to get to tightening the bars in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to align them to my liking, and I'm simply just going to start screwing this in, kind of repeating the process of taking off that cover but in reverse while having the handlebars on there. I'm holding the bar with my left to where I want it, and then I'm going to be tightening with my right as you see me doing here. Please keep in mind that the alignment part of the bike stem that's connected to the fork has not been tightened. So what we're going to do is tighten that last. The next part after this is we're going to tighten the bike stem screw that's going down. We're going to finish fastening that bolt as much as we can get it. It is already fastened right now, but I'm going to go ahead and fasten the top of it just to make sure that I get that right force going down. And then the last part right here is to tighten the alignment part once you get it nice and aligned to your liking on your end. And And that right there is the last step that I'm going to take to install this bike stem to my bike here. If I didn't touch base on anything specific, or if you may have any questions at all about anything that you saw or heard throughout this video, yet again, I'm going to highly encourage you to drop a comment down below. Rest assured, I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. So here it is. So far it's performing wonderfully. Let me see if I can ride with one hand. I don't have my GoPro on at the moment, but steering is great. It feels overall great. I personally like this stem right here better than the other one that I was using, than the stock one. This one feels a lot better. It feels of a higher grade quality as well. Before I conclude the video, I also wanted to let you all know that I do have social medias under the same name as this YouTube channel. I have a TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and a Twitter. I would truly appreciate the support on there as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me and ring that bell, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. Thank you for tuning in yet again. You have a great day.